Hey, I'm Steve, and I'm in big trouble. I recently found proof that my dad is a real-life cannibal. I'm not joking here. And I'm not sure if I should contact the police or FBI, but I know I have to do something, because my dad needs to be stopped. I should have realized that he was weird when I was a kid. My dad always told me stories about a cannibal tribe in the Brazilian Amazonas. He told those stories with so much detail as if he had experienced it himself. He said they normally only ate deceased people, but sometimes when they thought someone was a sorcerer or a witch, they would make an exception and eat that person alive. To make things worse, he told me they mostly accused little girls of being witches. He also said that those indigenous Brazilian tribes would go out and try to capture men of other tribes and then do a big feast eating them. Listening to his stories as a kid was scary. But I was young, and I kind of thought my dad's obsession with cannibalism was normal. He also has a bunch of human skulls all over our house, and when I asked him where he got those from, he said he bought them on eBay. But I highly doubt that that's true, because 4 years ago, he changed careers. He went from being a school teacher to becoming a crematorium operator. His new job is all about turning dead corpses into ashes, and it's his duty to treat those bodies with respect. But I suspect that he is taking those bodies apart and secretly eating them. The other weird thing he does is fly to Brazil once a year. My mom told me he has family over there, and I believed her as a kid. But why had I never seen my Brazilian family? And why had I never been invited to visit them? Well, one day I found out the truth. I went through my dad's wardrobe, and at the bottom, I found a hidden box. When I opened it, I saw several sets of human teeth. It was so creepy. And there was one photo showing my dad wearing those teeth around his head, surrounded by some indigenous jungle people. Another photo showed my dad holding a spear in his hand next to some indigenous warriors. It looked like they were about to go hunting. I just hope it wasn't for some other humans. But now I knew where my dad went once a year. He visited the Brazilian Amazon to hang out with some cannibalistic, warmongering tribe members. And maybe he went on hunting other humans with them so they could eat them afterward. I hope this was all a big joke, but when I confronted my dad and asked if he had ever eaten human flesh, his response was so creepy. A big grin appeared on his face, and then he asked me, "How do you know, son?" At first, I didn't know how to respond, but once I had gathered myself, I said, "You are a disgusting and evil psychopath." But he responded, No, it's not evil and it's not disgusting. I mean, what's the difference between eating pig, beef, or human? There is no difference. And if a human dies of a natural cause, then it's not evil to eat the corpse, because a dead person doesn't care. So that's why you became a crematory operator? So you can have free lunch at work? I asked him. Ugh, those are old and sick people. That would be disgusting. No, I'm just fascinated by dead bodies. It's really no big deal, he responded. Wow, my dad thinks that being a cannibal is no biggie. I'm honestly scared of him, because I don't know what he is capable of. If he is willing to spend thousands of dollars each year to fly to Brazil just to eat other humans, then he might also be willing to eat my mom or me. And one time, he asked me if I wanted to come with him to Brazil. He said it would be a great adventure, and I could finally develop a taste for you know what. He said it's better than anything else he had ever tasted. But why does my dad think that I am even slightly interested in cannibalism? This whole thing is so disturbing. I am seriously considering calling the FBI, but I don't want my dad to go to prison because then my mom would be very lonely. To make things worse, my dad recently bought a huge barbecue grill. I am suspecting the worst, but so far, he has only used it when I wasn't at home, so I have no idea what he's eating on it. To be honest, if someone wants to eat my corpse after I'm dead, I wouldn't mind. And I recently read on the internet that more and more moms eat their own placentas after giving birth. It's so disgusting, but it's one of the hottest trends out there. And even Kim Kardashian says she has eaten her own placenta after giving birth. I guess, as long as you don't hurt others, you can eat whatever you want. Unfortunately, I don't think my dad is following that rule. I assume that he goes to Brazil once a year to hunt for fresh human meat. And 2 weeks ago, he cooked us a nice soup with pork meat inside. Or so I thought. Because 2 days later, he asked me how I liked the soup, and when I told him that it tasted good, I saw this creepy little smirk on his face, which means that I might have already eaten another human without knowing it. Please let me know in the comments what you would do in my situation. Shall I forget about my dad being a cannibal, or shall I contact the FBI? I mean, my dad is currently working as a crematory operator, which means that he might be eating your dead grandpa right now. Would you mind him doing that? Thank you for listening to my story, and please subscribe to this channel for more animated stories.
Hey, my name is Miranda, and I want to tell you